So, Gemini, here's your reading for the week of March 5th through about the 11th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past energies, you have the Eight of Pentacles. In your current energy, you have the Queen of Swords. In your near future, you have the Four of Wands. Your challenge for the week is the Seven of Swords in reverse. And what is recommended for you is the Nine of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles in your past represents that you have been working diligently on something to hone your skill, perfect a situation. You've been trying things in different ways to really find out, well, what's the best way to do something? Is it working correctly? What can I do better? So you've been diligently working on something. And to me, this isn't like a fly-by-night situation. This is something that you've really poured a lot of energy and time, maybe even finances, whatever, into, and you're kind of trying to figure it out. Now, your current energies with the Queen of Swords, I see her as being very analytical. So regarding this, I think that maybe now you're at the point where you're really deciding, I don't want to say, is this worth continuing? Because I think with these cards, I think it is worth continuing, but she's not afraid to, if something is not working, she's not afraid to cut it out. Like, she's not afraid to cut people out. If things are not really working the best, she's not afraid. She's not emotionally attached, so she's more logical. Like, she's willing to do what she needs to do to kind of get something done correctly. So I think you might be in a phase right now where you're analyzing certain aspects about this and you're figuring out, okay, well, is there something I could do better? Is there something I could do differently? Do I need to scrap the whole thing? I don't necessarily feel like you're scrapping the whole thing, but I think you're just really in this analyzing stage right now and trying to trim the fat in a sense. But what's coming in for you is celebration. So this is saying that you're hitting a milestone. So I think with whatever you're doing right now and whatever changes you may be making, you're actually going to be leveling up in a sense. This could be a personal goal you've achieved or a milestone or a step in this process that you've accomplished or completed. So there's some kind of success coming in for you, and that's great. Regardless of how big this is, it could just be even like a personal, like, oh, I did it, look at that, you know, or there's something coming in for you that's really going to be positive feedback in a sense. Now, your challenge for the week with the Seven of Swords in reverse, this could indicate either that you're deceiving yourself on this situation, or you might be feeling like you're not good enough to do it. So you'll know for yourself. So, but with the Queen of Swords, she's very logical. She's going to see it for what it is. So I think you need to watch that you're not looking at whatever this is or evaluating whatever this is with rose-colored tinted glasses, that you're really seeing it for whatever the true situation is. Because he's put a lot of work into something. So whatever this is that you've been really working on, I think your challenge is to make sure that you're not still either feeling that you're not going to be able to do it or finish it, or that you're not good enough to actually get to the stage or the level you want to be with this, whatever this represents for you. But you're not also being like rose-colored tinted glasses on a situation. What do they say? If you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. So you have to make sure that you're not trying to, in your mind, sell yourself on something that is really not actually transpiring or will not transpire the way that it's really going to wind up transpiring. So you have to watch that. But I think you're in the stage with the Queen of Swords where you might be starting to realize certain things and being more logical. But sometimes even in that logical aspects, we still can get a little bit illogical too. So you have to just see it for what it is. Make sure you're not deceiving yourself, and make sure you're not also getting in your mind that you're not going to be able to achieve what you want, or you're not capable of it, because I definitely think you're capable of it. So, but what's recommended for you is the Nine of Cups. And this is all about being content and kind of having a moment of enjoyment, like enjoying the things that are good for you. So I feel like with this reading, I wonder if this is saying also take a pause, see the good things that are around you and enjoy them currently, because I feel like with this Eight of Pentacles here, you've been really focused on something, because this guy's really focused on getting this correctly done. Like, he's very, very focused. And the Queen of Swords now, she's analyzing the hell out of this, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. But I think you have some kind of thing to celebrate in the future. But I think right now you may also need to take a look around you and see, okay, what are all the good things, you know, the things I've already built up? Because just in case you're trying to get into your head, or you're not seeing things clearly, or you're having this little you know, feeling cornered, this could also represent that you feel like you're backed into a corner a little bit and you're not sure how to really proceed forward. I think this is saying just take a minute, enjoy and recognize the things that actually are going very well, that you have already established. This could represent your family, friends, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is. Your garden, maybe you have a beautiful garden. Sit out in the garden if it's warm where you are, and just take a second to really recognize the good things around you, and just kind of surround yourself and just be in that energy of abundance, because I think you might need to kind of shift gears a smidge. And sometimes when we do that, we're able to see things a little differently, or we'll have an intuitive download because we're not necessarily figuring out this problem or trying to get resolution in that moment. And then all of a sudden something jumps into your head because you're open to having these downloads from spirit or whoever. And it just jumps into your head and you figure it out. So let's see what else the cards say for you. Okay, first up we have Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. I kind of feel like this is a little bit of the Queen of Swords energy. She's really going to analyze the hell out of this situation. She's going to look at all the aspects, and she's going to really, really try to figure out what's going on. And if something's not really working, she's going to figure out, well, how can she switch it around to make something work, even if it's a little different than what it originally was supposed to be. So I think this is you maybe having to really analyze a little bit of what's happening and go deeper within that. So, because the deep dive would also be going with this Seven of Swords in reverse. Just in case you're looking at something with rose-tinted glasses, this is saying you need to see it clearly. You can't look at it through the lens of hopes and dreams. You have to really look at the situation very clearly to maybe resolve any little issues or blocks that you could be facing. Because anytime we do anything, there's kind of issues or blocks. So, okay. Now, selenite, clear the clutter. And I think this could be also the clutter in your mind. For instance, for some of you, if you're kind of feeling that whatever this is, that you may not be good enough or you're not talented enough to do it, because I feel like whatever this is, you've really put a lot of work into it. And sometimes certain things come easier to other people. Sometimes there's aspects of things that we really want to do, but we're not, I don't want to say naturally talented, but it might not come as easily as we hoped. And I think this is saying that you need to clear any mental doubts that you have, or anything that could be hindering you in a sense of really moving this forward more effectively. If you're getting in your head being like, oh yeah, well, I don't know, it should have been like this, or it's not going this well. You just need to kind of stay in this creative energy a little bit and don't block that. Like, just keep moving with the flow. So I think you might need to clear a little bit of any mental chatter that's not really working in your best interest. Now you have the clock. Need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress. And I definitely think you're getting some kind of achievement with this. There's some kind of goal, or you're hitting some milestone or a situation where something is good. Something's coming in good for you. But sometimes these situations just take time. And time, unfortunately, it's on its own time. You know, it does its own thing. So this could be slow moving, but it could just be slow moving initially, and eventually it'll start to speed up. but you could be getting a little frustrated about why is it not going quicker. But sometimes things just take time, you know? And but I do think you're seeing progress, because I feel like with this Four of Wands here, this is progress. I think you're going to see some type of something to celebrate. And I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, want to date. Now, this could be somebody. This could represent maybe somebody you kind of like, but I think also whatever this situation is, you could be, in a sense, dating it currently. You might not be engaged to it, because this could be something you're working on, but you might not really know if it's going to work out for the long haul. So you could be dating this idea, or whatever you're working on, you could be dating. You're not ready to fully commit to it, like engagement level, and you're not getting married to it right now. You're still trying to see if this is something that you can take and it will last and it'll actually bring you some fruitful results. But I think whatever this is, you kind of like it, and maybe you need to come a little bit, I don't want to say flirty with it, whatever this represents, but you might need to have a little bit more fun with it, or come with it in a little bit different way, even more playful. I don't want to say it's getting stale, but this guy's very serious, and she, oh my god, she's like the queen of serious. So, and this one, she's not, if she was at a party, she's not going to be the life of the party. She's going to be there judging everybody. Like, she's really not going to be the fun one at the party. And I'm not even sure this guy's going to be the fun one at the party either. This guy over here, oh yeah, he is the life of the party. And this guy is enjoying the party. So I think this could also be saying that you need to have a little fun with this. Whatever this is, don't be so serious. Of course, it could be a serious situation. You want to still be professional depending on what this represents for you, but have a little fun with it, you know? Have a little fun. And attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And I think by having fun with this, you're going to wind up attracting positive things, or like more fun aspects. And maybe this is something that you just need to inject a little fun into to make it more interesting. Like if you're creating content or something, you might be creating a certain kind of content, but if you kind of bring a little bit like funness with it, you might actually be able to kind of make it a little more entertaining as well. So you'll know for yourself though. Let's see what quote we have. And also, by enjoying this moment fully, with the Nine of Cups here, he's enjoying the moment. Like, he's kind of having a good time. He's surrounded by, I like to imagine he's surrounded by loved ones and good people and beautiful things, and he's enjoying this. So he's enjoying the moment. He's very content and he's very satisfied because he's enjoying his immediate surroundings. So I think this is saying also focus on what's around you as well. And everything you want is on the other side of fear. And some of you might be a little afraid to kind of get out of a comfort zone, because the Queen of Swords, to me, I don't see her as really a comfort zone lever type of lady. So she's very logical, she's very analytical, but I think when it comes to doing something completely crazy and off the cuff, she's not the one. She's not that lady. So this could be you're analyzing aspects of this situation within a certain comfort zone, and you might need to just let loose a little bit. Obviously, you'll know what works for you, but you might need to inject a little bit, I don't want to say chaos, because obviously you don't want to inject chaos into something, but, you know, come with a little bit more outside the box a little, because she's not really the outside the box thinker. So she's very good, and I think you need to analyze whatever this is and come at that with that type of energy. But also, if there's something that's a little past your comfort zone, give it a try. And your affirmation card is, today I am energetic. Today I am filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this beautiful day. And that's fantastic. Let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you today. There's nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend. And I think this is playful energy. Like, I think this is great. So you might need to be a little bit more playful, because that's like playful to me. Having the imaginary, it's not even imaginary because there's trees everywhere. Well, depending on where you live, but you could have a rock as a friend. You could do whatever you want. You know, you could just whatever. So I think this is saying that, you know, just be playful, be fun. If you've been very serious, do something that you really enjoy, or kind of something that makes you happy. And let's see what spirit of the dish shall be with you this week. You have the spirit of the Knight of Sweets, which is the spirit of the cookie. For your dinner and a movie, you have American food and comedy films. For the energies that you either need to be aware of or tap into, you have Virgos. And to me, they're very organized people. This could be about communication and thought processes, but they're very like organized and detail orientated. So you might need to be a little bit more organized, maybe pay attention to certain little details. And you also have Gemini, which is also about kind of like the communication and thought processes, but they're about dualities. So you might need to come at something with like the devil's advocate kind of mind a little bit, like, or some type of duality in a sense. Because I always see there's like a fun twin and then there's like a serious twin. So, but they balance each other out and it's very good, but it's like you might actually have to come at something a certain kind of way and then like completely shift gears and try something else, or just try to devil's advocate yourself through this situation. Maybe see it from different sides and figure out like what is the most practical thing that makes sense while still maybe like being a little different. I don't know. Take that however that works. Anyway, you also have South Node, which represents things that you need to release. So things that you have to get rid of or let go of. And you have Jupiter, and this is about expansion and good fortune. You have the 5th house, which represents passion, love, success, and creativity. And you have the 10th house, which represents social status, career, and aspirations. You have number 1, and this means it's an odd number, obviously. So that means the Magic 8 Ball will be the special guest answering your question shortly. M, N, E, T, T, D, L, W, 561. And you have relax. And that's good. And I think that's really kind of going with a little bit of the 9 of Cups as well, and just relaxing, because this guy's definitely relaxing. Okay, let's see what little charmy we get for you. And you have the Carrot. And what does the carrot represent? You know what? The carrot's kind of like stealthy, I think, because it kind of grows in the ground. And it's a little streamlined, too. It's like a streamlined vegetable. And you know what? The carrot, you don't see the orange part because that's like in the ground. So you'll see the green part. So I wonder if this is saying that some of you might be doing, I don't want to say undercover work, but like something might be hidden. You might not be letting everybody know everything, or you might be trying to be strategic with what you tell people or do things in a strategic way because you're kind of figuring some stuff out. But eventually, whatever this is, I think you're going to like pull it out and you're going to like see the carrot. So people might around you might not see the method to the madness fully quite yet, but you're planning on pulling this carrot out of a hat and showing everybody, look, like you only saw this green part, but in fact, there's like a whole vegetable here attached to this. So take that how that resonates. Anyway, now it is time. Let's bring our special guest over. Okay, here he is. Now, Geminis, think of your question, and here we go. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Gemini's question? It says, you may rely on it. There you go. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.